We were young, invincible, and caught up in the latest social media craze, the Mannequin Challenge. It was a simple concept, really. Freeze in place, mid-action, and let the camera capture the illusion of a frozen world. It was the perfect way to show off our creativity and our ability to stay perfectly still for an extended period. We'd been planning this challenge for weeks. We'd scouted out the perfect location, an abandoned, decaying warehouse on the outskirts of town. It had a haunting, eerie atmosphere that we knew would add to the overall effect. The peeling paint, broken windows, and general state of disrepair created a sense of foreboding that was almost palpable. The day of the challenge finally arrived. We arrived at the warehouse, armed with our phones, cameras, and a healthy dose of excitement. We spread out throughout the building, striking our poses. There was a girl balancing precariously on a rickety ladder, a boy midair as if he were about to dunk a basketball, and a group of friends frozen in a mid-conversation huddle. As the camera rolled, we held our poses. The silence was deafening, broken only by the soft creaking of the old building. The flickering lights cast eerie shadows that danced and twisted across the walls. A cold draft swept through the warehouse, sending shivers down our spines. Suddenly, we heard a faint sound. It was like a whisper, carried on the wind. We froze, our hearts pounded in our chests. The sound grew louder, more distinct. It was a giggle. A chill ran down my spine. I glanced around at my friends. Their faces were pale, their eyes wide with fear. The sound came from behind us. Slowly, I turned my head. There, standing in the shadows, was a figure. It was a mannequin, but not just any mannequin. Its eyes were open, staring at us with an eerie, almost human intensity. Its limbs were twisted into unnatural positions, as if it had been frozen in a moment of pure terror. A scream ripped from my throat. The others joined in, their voices echoing through the warehouse. We turned to run, but it was too late. The mannequin had moved. Its lifeless eyes followed us as we fled the building. We burst out into the sunlight, gasping for breath. We looked back at the warehouse, but it was empty. The mannequin was gone. We never spoke of that night again. It was a secret we buried deep within ourselves, a haunting memory that we tried to forget. But sometimes when I'm alone and the wind is howling, I can still hear that chilling giggle. And I can still see those lifeless eyes, staring at me from the darkness.